Hermia Humani, Mariana Mamiliano, and Rosalind Reptilia were best friends. They did everything together in their small town of Art Therapyville. They had never known life any other way. In Art Therapyville, life was very peaceful. Everyone worked through conflicts together. Everyone expressed their feelings. Hermia, Mariana, and Rosalind were inseparable. They spent their days doing dance and yoga at Rosalind's studio, helping Mariana create her famous mood paintings, and performing Shakespeare under Hermia's direction. Life couldn't be better until... Hermia started to think. She had big ideas, big plans for her life. She started to feel her two best friends were holding her back. They didn't want to leave the safety and comfort of Art Therapyville. They liked people always saying to them, "Tell me about this. Show me what this looks like." Hermia was starting to find this annoying. She longed for conflict without resolution. She was sick of expressing her feelings and bored of hearing about Mariana's latest emotional catharsis or Rosalind's new relaxation exercises. So she decided it was time for a change. Hermia decided she would go in search of more people like her, real thinkers, scholars, and decision makers, people much more on her level. After Hermia left, Mariana and Rosalind felt lost and inconsolable. They spent every minute like they were sleepwalking, drifting aimlessly without Hermia to guide them or tell them what to do. Without Hermia, Rosalind felt clumsy and sluggish. She couldn't dance anymore. Mariana no longer could act as a go-between for Rosalind and Hermia, making sure everyone was feeling okay. Mariana was used to coordinating and integrating what the others were feeling, so Hermia could then make a decision for the group and judge what was best to do next. Instead, Mariana was overwhelmed with fear and negativity. She was always terrified, thinking there were snakes everywhere she went. Hermia wasn't there to calm her down, to help her with her snake phobia, to tell her the object in her path was only a stick. Mariana and Rosalind could barely move around and sense the world without Hermia. Hermia immediately felt different as she left Art Therapyville behind and took the high road out of town. It was difficult to focus her attention on the intricate plan she had spent days trying to map out. The strangest thing was that she felt nothing. Her mind, as usual, was in top working order, but she noticed her senses weren't very sharp and she kept bumping into things. Most of all, she found she couldn't make a single decision about anything because she had no emotional input to guide her. She was having difficulty even remembering why she was so far from home. The world was dark and bleak and confusing. Suddenly, two strange, tall, shadowy figures appeared before her carrying torches. Finally, one spoke to her. He said, "Hermia, I am Damasio, and this is Ledoux. We are here to help you, to tell you that you must return home or perish here alone. Emotion and reason do not exist in isolation, just as you cannot exist without Mariana and Rosalind. Reward circuitry cannot be activated. Sensory and motor functions cannot be coordinated. Reasoning will be severely impacted. You will not know emotions or ever remember a joyful moment or cry as you relive your favorite Shakespearean tragedy. We will show you the way back home." Hermia suddenly knew she had to follow them. What was the point of trying to carry out all of her great plans without knowing the right decisions to make and without feeling the satisfaction of accomplishment? What was the point of doing anything without her two best friends there to share it with her? So, the two dim lanterns guided her back to the familiar path, and then the two figures disappeared. And then Hermia went home. Never was a reunion more joyous.